I have every good intention of getting myself set up for the week, making a meal plan, and following through, having a mixture of fun, easy, and delicious dinners on hand, but sometimes you just gotta go with the flow. Hey guys, my name is Vanessa and today I am sharing a what's for dinner. So oh my gosh, I don't know how some of you guys do it, sharing these every single week. Filming dinners is the hardest thing for me. I don't know why. I guess because the kids get home from school, it's chaotic and I'm trying to film and make dinner. So I just went with it this week and I filmed what I could, and some dinners just didn't happen and I pulled from what we had on hand. So I'm sharing a couple freezer meals that I prepped a couple months ago, pulled them out of the freezer and got those cooking. And then this week was my twins, Rose and Pearl, their birthday week. So they got to pick one dinner. So you guys will see what my 7-year-old girls picked for dinner. And then probably 2 to 3 times a month, we do Taco Tuesday. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less, but we had a Taco Tuesday this week as well. So let's get into what my family of 6 had for dinner this week. Okay, Monday night, I'm actually using a freezer meal. I prepped these a little bit ago and shared that with y'all, so I will have that video linked down in the description if you guys want to see all the ingredients and how I prep this. But this is just a dump and go crock pot meal. So I'm gonna get this out of the bag. I took it out of the freezer last night, put it in my refrigerator. It is still a little bit frozen, but it's thawed enough to get it out of the bag. Okay, that came very easily out of the bag, so it was definitely thawed enough. And I am using a liner for this one, just in case, because it is cooking for so long. I like to use liners when it comes, if it wasn't a soup. If it was a soup, I don't care, I don't use a liner. The crock pot is pretty easy to clean, but I don't want to be scrubbing any, crusted on stuff. So I am going to cook this on low. Let me get the lid on, and I'm gonna keep an eye on it once it gets to 6 hours, because it is a little frozen in the middle, so I think it's gonna be closer to 8, but we shall see. But this meal cooks on low for 6 to 8 hours. Okay, 7 hours has passed and it is very tender, which is perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and shred this up. I am not ready to eat yet. We still have another hour before I want to eat dinner. So I'm just going to put it on keep warm, and then we will make the rest of what's going with our dinner tonight. Okay, so I was going to make white rice anyways to go with this, but I was gonna make cauli rice also, but I can't find it. I could have sworn we had some in the freezer, but I can't find it anywhere. So I'm just gonna make regular rice, well, basmati rice in my Instant Pot. I don't make it any other way. This is just easy. I can walk away from it and do something else. So the way I make rice is sometimes I will rinse it to get the starch off, all that good stuff. I always get a comment too, rinse your rice. Not if you want sticky rice. I don't rinse my rice. And I like sticky rice when I'm putting meat on top of it. I like fluffy rice if it's going to be its own side, or like with fried rice, that kind of thing. So I am not rinsing my rice. So I figured I would tell you the reasoning behind that, so before you comment. All right, another thing is I do 1-to-2 ratio. I know everybody does it differently. Some people do it like 1.5, something like that, but however many cups of rice I'm making, I double it for my water. So I'm putting 1 cup of rice just straight up in the bottom of my pot. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and make the rest of this little bag. So I think it's gonna be 2.5. 2. Yeah. So 2.5. And then I'm gonna get 5 cups of water. And I think I'm gonna do 4.5 cups of water because I don't want it to be too much. Okay, I've got about 4.5 cups of water, adding that into my Instant Pot. Just giving it a good stir. Closing my lid. Make sure it is sealing, not venting, and then I'm just gonna use the handy handy dandy rice button. So now I don't have to do anything else. I'm just going to leave it and I'm going to start on my other side. Okay, so for our other side for this dinner, this is so simple and super yummy. Like everybody in my family loves it. So I just have some cut green beans, frozen, some minced garlic, butter, and normally I use slivered almonds, but I've had these in my pantry. These were left over from a meal delivery kit, I believe. And I've had these in my pantry for a little over a month now. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna use sliced almonds, but I do love it with slivered. I'm pretty sure I've done a video on this side before. If I can find it, I will link it, but super easy. You just dump everything in and cook it up and it tastes fantastic. All right, daylight savings time. It is already pitch black outside, so the lighting is not the best, but dinner is served. I have a little bit of rice under here and I just piled it high with the pork. And then I also put a little of the extra juice on top of it, sprinkled everything with some salt and pepper, loaded up on some green beans. I love these green beans. They're just super easy to cook and everybody loves them. So I'm going to dig in. This is what we're having for dinner on Monday night. Okay, welcome to Taco Tuesday. So tacos are so easy that this night I decided to make a double batch. That way I could have another night's dinner ready to go in the freezer. So I'm cooking up 2 pounds of ground beef. I love to season my ground beef no matter what recipe I'm putting it in with onion powder and garlic powder. So that's what I just sprinkled on here, just using my chopper to mix it all up. And I totally realized that I didn't have any taco seasoning. So I'm just using a variety of seasonings I had on hand and it turned out pretty good. So I don't even remember the seasonings I used, but it was just like a homemade type of taco seasoning. So just getting all that in there and cooking it up so we can have some tacos for dinner. And this is what taco night looks like for my family. So we've been using some low carb tortillas. I pick up several different brands. They've all been good just to help us a little bit. Here's my taco meat all done and cooked up. And then I have some shredded lettuce, tomatoes, shredded cheese. And you guys, this sauce is so good. I got it in a 2-pack at Costco. Also, salsa and sour cream are the toppings that we choose for our taco night. Okay, this is what happens on a kid's birthday during the week. Nice and simple, and I did not make anything different for any other family members. If they want something different, meaning Mark and Paige, they have to find something out of the fridge. So, you need to eat up these cucumbers because they are not gonna last much longer. So we've got cucumbers as our vegetable. We've got some frozen themed mac and cheese. We've got some hot dogs in here that are all heated up. There you go, now you can see them. And these are the all natural Oscar Mayer, I think, hot dogs. Then we've got, I've been liking the top slice whenever we need hot dog buns. These are really easy to put toppings in for the kids. So I like the top slice, got those. And then here's our toppings for the night. We've got some relish, mustard, and ketchup. So that is what we're having for dinner tonight. All right, you guys, so this dinner tonight is actually a freezer meal that I prepped at the end of October. And it is a vegetable or a meatball vegetable soup. And I totally forgot, like tonight's dinner, I did not plan. I have not meal planned for like 2 weeks now. So I pulled this out and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna cook it on high because it does say to cook on low for 8 hours. But because it's still frozen, I'm gonna start it on high and then see. So it's been sitting out for maybe 30 minutes. I think it might not be thawed enough for me to get it out of the bag, but we're gonna see. But I'm also adding 4 cups of chicken broth. I will have where the video that I made these, I'll have it linked so you guys can check it out if you want. But I've got my 4 cups of chicken broth, so I'm gonna try to get this out of the bag, get my chicken broth over it to kind of help to thaw it. And then I'm going to cook it in my crock pot for, we'll see, but I am gonna put it on high, and then I'll show you guys how it turns out. Okay, so that took maybe 5 minutes. Just a little tip, if you forget to take your freezer meal out the night before, that's fine. You can still cook it. You just need to run it under like lukewarm water for a little bit, and it took maybe 5 minutes. Well, I just I loaded the dishwasher. So as long as it took me, however amount of time it took me to load the dishwasher, this was running under lukewarm water the entire time. You guys can hear the dishwasher just hit on. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my lid on and then cook this on high until it's no longer frozen solid, and then I'll turn it to low and just keep it on low until it's time to eat. All right, so I ended up leaving it on high for 4 hours, and then I just switched it to low, and it's been about 3 hours. It's definitely completely cooked through. I've already bowled everybody's out so it can start cooling off. And then here is my bowl. Smells so good. I actually stole a piece of the zucchini that's in here, and the taste is very good. I'm gonna go ahead and add some finely shredded Parmesan to mine, and then I'll ask the kids if they want it as well. But I love topping soups with cheese. It's so, so good. I'm gonna put a little bit more because I love cheese, but this definitely turned out good, and I will definitely be keeping this recipe. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed seeing what we had for dinner. I only shared 4. I could have sworn I filmed the whole week, but who knows what happened. We probably ended up having pizza that Friday night or something. But thanks for joining me today. If you guys like this type of video, I definitely need a little practice, but I don't have any problem starting to share more. Give this video a big thumbs up if you would like to see that. Comment down below. Let everybody know what you're having for dinner tonight. Maybe that'll give somebody some ideas for tonight, tomorrow, the rest of the week. I hope you guys have a happy holidays. I am doing Vlogmas, so I will see you guys tomorrow in another video. Bye.